Hey folks, Quill18 here, bringing you another Heroes of Newerth commentary, and this game, I've actually done the commentary on sort of like 2.5 times already, and I'm going to be restarting for my 3rd time, because last night I had some mic problems, this morning I had some other technical problems, and it's been going horribly, and so I might get a little bit confused as I'm going through this replay about whether I've said something or not. And I may accidentally say things twice. I really apologize for that, and hopefully I can get all these things straightened out going forward. The technical issues have been entirely my fault, just not verifying my microphone settings, so that really sucks. Or maybe because I've had lots of practice at this replay, it's going to be the best one yet. So let's hope that's the way it goes. So, this is, I think, my 4th game of Han so far, and starting to get kind of comfortable with it. I found some people have left some great advice about where to go to look for some hero builds. You know, recommended order for the abilities, recommended items to buy, and that's been really helpful. So I made sure to do my research and check up a couple of different builds for a couple of different heroes that I wanted to play, and so I came into this game totally prepared, and when I logged in, some guys from Reddit invited me to a game, and I love Reddit, and I love you guys, so thanks a lot for the invite. But they had like happy fun time modes enabled. They had all random and dupes allowed, and I think a few other settings I don't remember, but it meant that I got randomly assigned to the Gladiator, which was not one of the heroes, I almost said champions, one of the heroes that I researched, so again, I'm kind of going to be lost in terms of what my abilities do and what items to buy. Let's go through the teams very quickly. On the Legion team down here, we have a Blood Hunter, we have Tundra, we have Dr. Repulsor, who's got all kinds of crazy magnets all over him, we have Keeper of the Forest #1, and we have a Pestilence. Whereas on the Hellborn team, we've got a Behemoth, who I believe is a clone of a champ I remember from Dota. I have played Dota, but I haven't played Dota a considerable amount, so I don't have all the heroes memorized and whatnot. So that's why I keep being a little bit unsure. We've got the Succubus here, who is like a perfect clone of my favorite pet for my Warlock in World of Warcraft. I used to love PvPing with my Succubus, and she has a similar mesmerize ability, so that's quite nice. We have Keeper of the Forest #2, who just dropped his tree ward somewhere, right there. And it looks like, these guys are totally aware that that's going to happen. And so the Blood Hunter is using his Logger's Hatchet to cut down these trees and deny the sight ward. And that is pretty cool and pretty sophisticated. There it goes. Goodbye tree sight. No more of that for another 5 minutes. And here's me playing as the Gladiator. I finally purchased some items, and the Forsaken Archer is going to be in the middle. So I picked up the items: a Minor Totem, 2 Pretender's Crowns, 2 Crushing Claws, and some Ruins of Light. I wanted to pick some very, very basic items. I'm just looking to complete some of those strength bracelets, but I'm taking some advice that some people gave me to not complete the recipes right away, because the cheaper items, the basic items, actually give you a much more bang for your buck. Obviously, you take up more slots until you complete the recipes, but it's better to hold off completing the slots at first and just fill them with a bunch of cheap items. So that's what I'm going to do. Here I am. Finally, I've picked up the Q ability as per recommendation from my allies here. They recommended getting my Q and E ability, so I started with the Q, and I actually just used it there. The Q ability is called Pitfall, and it drops. If you've played League of Legends, it's a lot like Cho'Gath's Q ability. It drops a trap on the ground, and then after 1.6 seconds, which seems like a oddly specific amount of time, it pops open, knocking anyone who's on top of it into the air, doing a little bit of damage, effectively stunning them for, I don't know, a second or so, and then slowing them after when they land. So a very, very cool ability, but it takes me a little while to get used to it, because, and here, I just, I don't know why I popped it down there. I think at this point I realized, ooh, that uses a lot of mana. I only have enough mana in my pool to cast it twice before I am completely out of it, so, keep that in mind. But yeah, it takes me a while to learn the timing on that ability, so the first few times I put it down, I completely miss my opposition, because they're able to escape it no problem, or it's put in an area that they're leaving anyway. But eventually I sort that out, and also for the longest time I assumed it's got a standard range, maybe about here, something like that, like many other abilities. Well, it turns out it's got a 1500 range, which I think is like 3/4 of the screen. It's quite large. So once I figure that out, then I can get... Where the hell am I? Oh, I'm still hanging out here. Oh, it's because I'm level 2 and I picked up my second ability, so I have to read what it does. So once I figured out the range, I was getting much better at about placing it, and you know, once you get the hang of the amount of time before it pops up, you can just start doing stuff with it a little bit more. So at this point, still reading text. Oh, there we go, just finished. So I picked up my E ability. Although, you know, E ability, it doesn't. Flagellation seems to be a passive, as far as I know. There was no way for me to even toggle it on and off. It just is. It's kind of a cool ability. It starts off with a 16-second cooldown, and whenever it's off cooldown, on your next attack, you use your whip instead of your sword, and does splash damage in the area, which I think is quite spiffy. Spiffy, wow. But I'm a little confused about its role during the laning phase, because if I'm focusing on just last hitting and denying so that I can make money and prevent the other team from getting money and XP, you know, I know it's a very bad idea to just sit here auto-attacking the creeps, because I don't want to push the creep waves forward into their tower range, where it simply benefits the enemy team and puts us at a considerable disadvantage. But with this flagellation, every 16 seconds or less as it gets ranked up, aren't I going to be, you know, I'm going to be damaging all the creeps, and therefore pushing the creep wave forward, right? So I'm a little confused about if this is something that's actually a good thing to get during the laning phase. Please leave your comments below. Also, this is not something that hit me until, well, the last time I was doing this replay, actually. The flagellation ability would make this guy a pretty good jungler, would it not? He'd be able to take out those creep camps very quickly. That's what it feels like anyway. You may need some items to help him do that. To help him do that. Ooh, English not so good. Yeah. So leave your comments about how the Gladiator should be used early on. I'm gonna get to these friend requests after the game, guys. I'm not gonna ignore people, but I'm on hidden mode. I'm on invisible mode, but apparently I still get friends requests when I'm there. So we'll try to ignore those from now on and not let it distract us from the commentary here. So yeah, big questions about that flagellation ability. So at the top we do have the behemoth, and ooh, is he trying to try something here? Oh, he's not able to pin this ability here, this Fisher ability. You can't walk through it, so it stuns you if it lands on you, and you also can't walk through it. And if you'd been able to pin Tundra on the other side there, then Tundra may have died. And looks like we've got a bit of a scuffle down below as well, but looks like I tried to use my pit trap again, or pitfall, and failed to actually get it to land correctly. At this point, my mana is being maintained pretty well. Luckily, the Keeper of the Forest has picked up the Ring of the Teacher. That's making a huge difference in keeping my mana pool up, so I'm going to be able to drop those pitfalls relatively regularly. Luckily, Flagellation does not actually use any mana. And let's have a look at the middle here. Whoa, Keeper! Oh God, no! Forsaken Archer, you're going to die. Bloodlust given up to the Blood Hunter, and let's very quickly look at these stats. Blood Hunter has 19 creep kills, 18 denies. The Forsaken Archer has 6 creep kills, 3 denies. So not the middle is definitely not entirely balanced here. There is things are not optimal for us, unfortunately, and the Blood Hunter is certainly shaping up to be an incredible threat later in the game. Of course, a big part of that is we are playing on random, so there's a definite chance that some people have gotten heroes that they have no experience with. There's a type of hero they like to play. And then some people may have gotten heroes they're very good with, and that is going to cause a significant imbalance. But this is why it's just a fun mode. It's a good way to learn different heroes. And this whole time playing the game, I'm kind of freaking out. I'm like, curse you people for, you know, being random and forcing me to play this hero I didn't really want to play. But by the end of it, I really did like the Gladiator. And watching this replay now, like, I'm just liking his abilities more and more and more. And I'm totally going to be playing this guy later on. Every time I look at the minimap, the top lane, they're like hugging each other. The dots are so close, and I'm sure that there's imminent death. But nothing yet. Meanwhile, what's going on down here? Well, their Keeper has, I guess we've been harassing him quite a bit. He's only at half health. He's got no mana. He is trying to keep his Nature's Protection on himself, but apparently we're still able to just damage it a little bit too much. So we've got some good pressure here. I'm quite curious. It'd be nice to see, at a glance, comparing the lane performance between one to the other. So just get the combination creep kills and creep denies for both of us, and then both of them, and then be able to compare. I don't know if that's something you can do very easily. Forsaken Archer looks like she's going to come down here for a gank. She is currently invisible. I don't know if that's a rune that gave that to her. Probably it did, I'm assuming. I don't think she's got another handy way of doing that. So she's going to try to get in position, and ooh, just missed with the pitfall. If that had managed to hit we would have been in a great position to get a gank. Now, we're going to try to apply some damage to Pestilence, but I think we're going to be pushed back by the tower. The Archer's still in range, and he gets taken out. So 1 point for the good guys. The good guys being the Hellborn, full of demons and yuckiness. And the Forsaken Archer is going to try to wrap around here to see if there's something that can be done about this Keeper of the Forest. No, it looks like we are going to be pushed back by the creeps here, and there is no imminent gank that's going to happen. So she's going to run back to the middle. Meanwhile, the Blood Hunter is taking advantage of this and getting a lot more free farm as well. And we've got... Oh, I show up just too late to catch the kill. Too bad. I could rewind it, but I don't want to break the action too much. If it's something terribly critical, I will do it, but I don't know. I'm sure that is going to be a balance that I'm going to learn as the game continues. Well, I mean, hopefully I'll just get better and better about catching the action in the first place, but that is never going to happen. Commentators in any game are always missing something because it's almost impossible. What is this? Shiver. Shiver from Horn. What is that? So that's something Tundra can do. Call of Winter summons a minion, a Flying Shiver to scout, and from level 2 on, something to fight for you. Well, that's quite cool. Cool on Tundra. I'm so witty. Looks like I'm shopping for items, so at this point, I have not bought anything yet. Alright. I miss again with my pitfall. How much gold do I have? Is that the amount? Do I have 973 gold? Or 41? Let's see here. Okay, cool. I didn't know you could see gold at a glance. So I've got a bunch of money, and I think what I was doing was like, oh, I got some money, I should maybe buy some boots or something, and then I remembered I have no space, so I am just waiting for our monkey courier to get back to base so I can load him up, get a couple of recipes, finish my bracelets, and also pick up the boots. I do like the courier idea. That's very, very cool. Very cool mechanic. It's less needed in League of Legends just because you can always teleport back to base whenever you want. Although then you still have to wait before you can get back in the lane. So. Looks like Dr. Repulsor is currently in a love affair with the Succubus and is not able to get away, and they are able to finish him off. So top lane's going very well. They just got themselves a double tap there. In fact, all that being fed to the Succubus. I don't know if that's preferred or not, but I think it's probably okay. I think the Behemoth's greatest contribution in any fight is probably going to be that Fissure, because it is like huge amount of area, lots of potential stun, and the ability to divide up your opposition depending on how you use it. Well, looks like the Blood Hunter is being forced away from the lane at this point. Oh, no, comes back. He is regenerating health very quickly. Oh, he just used a potion of healing. I never have a good place to stick these replay controls. Let me put them over here. So they always seem to be covering something up. And the Succubus getting a Mesmerize off on Tundra again, I believe. But I don't think they're going to be able to finish him off. In fact, she's going to be pinned in between Tundra and Repulsor. Repulsor is pulling her towards him, and she goes down while the Behemoth escapes. So down here, though, we are able to catch Pestilence here, and followed up with the Root from the Keeper of the Forest. Awesome, nice 1-2 combo there between the Pitfall and the Roots to take him down. Awesome, so I get an assist on that. Yay! I'm contributing. And this leaves the lane empty. Oh, looks like the courier's just running off, so presumably I've now purchased, yes, I have 2 fortified bracelets, and I have my marchers now, plus some more room in my inventory, so I'll probably be following up some more items soon. I'm actually still got 600 gold, so I'll have to investigate what to purchase next very, very soon. Certainly don't want to die with that kind of gold on me. I actually don't know the exact gold loss mechanic. I think it's got to be a percentage of the gold that you're carrying. So the more you have, the more it hurts. But I may be wrong. I guess it's something important. It's something I should probably look at some point. More pins going down here. Only got the Succubus trying to defend this tower. Looks like the Behemoth's gone to the middle for a little bit while the Forsaken Archer shops or heals up. We are going to have to upgrade this courier to a flying courier probably pretty soon because the monkey's kind of slow. The flyer's quite a bit faster, especially when you factor in the Q ability that it has. It causes it to go to warp speed, but it looks like the succubus is going to be surrounded here by 3 heroes. She has no idea that her death is imminent. Lots of just focusing on fighting the minions. And here we go. Here comes the engagement. Ice thingy goes down from Tundra. Completely seems to miss her, but it doesn't matter. Repulsor keeps her pinned in the whole time while the 3 champions, 3 heroes just beat her down. And the kill going to the Blood Hunter here, who's getting fed up quite nicely. What are his stats at now? 56 creep kills, 40 creep denies. By far, in fact, that's more creep kills than any team combined. And actually, on our team, it's the Keeper of the Forest that's doing the best in terms of creep kills here at 36, which is actually pretty decent. It helps that I'm not a tremendous source of competition for creep kills. I'm only sitting at a measly 11 right now. So, but I do have 12 denies at least. So, and I'm doing what I can. The important thing is, even if you're bad at last hitting, you still have to try to last hit because it's the only way to learn. And a big part of the problem is here, of course, I come from League of Legends background, where I'm not a perfect last hitter there either, but I'm certainly more reliable than this. And the problem is, are we going to get some kills here? I don't think so. It looks like Pestilence is going to be able to escape from this. Someone does get killed over here. It looks like their Keeper of the Forest gets taken down by our Behemoth or by the Succubus. The Succubus gets the kill. We're going to keep pushing there, but I think we're going to lose the Forsaken Archer as she gets obliterated by 3 champions. And Pestilence is going to be chasing down the Keeper of the Forest. Oh, no, Keeper of the Forest turns around. Oh, he's just picked up the double damage rune, and Pestilence decides, I don't want any of that. The Succubus is chasing him down quite quickly here, using her Striders to catch up. Drops the Mesmerize on him, and he's going to get finished off. Oh, I actually stole the kill there. Sorry about that. Always a tough decision to make. You know, do you risk being a kill stealer, or do you risk letting someone potentially getting away? It looked like that was a pretty guaranteed kill for the Succubus, but I'm not sure what angle I came from. It's possible that I didn't know. Of course, here we got to be careful. The Blood Hunter is coming from behind and is going to. They're going to engage on the Succubus, who I believe has been silenced at this point because of the Blood Crazy. And she is going to be able to escape just fine, while the Behemoth gives pounding to the Blood Hunter here. But I think this is going to end in a stalemate. Although, here comes the Keeper of the Forest, and they're going to be chasing away the Blood Hunter. And he gets sniped here. He has 39 health. Oh my God, guys! The Forsaken Archer does fire off her ultimate, which is very much like Twitch's ultimate in League of Legends. If you are a LOL fan watching these videos, it gives her incredible range, and her arrows actually fire through targets to injure everyone along the way. At least that's what it appears to do to me. So if she had gotten lucky, they could have finished off the Blood Hunter there, which would have been very significant considering how much of a lead he's got. He's currently 3-0, so I think they would have gotten bonus points there for ending a kill streak of some kind. And here we all are in the middle, pushing this as hard as we can. Have I picked up any new items yet? Oh, looks like I've upgraded my boots to Steam Boots of Strength. Again, and I hope... I know in the game I was thinking he's a strength hero. I hope he actually was. I don't have a way to confirm that right now. Actually, no, you know what? I do. I just realized what I can do is open up these replay controls and switch myself to myself. It gives me my local UI. You can see I've installed a bunch of mods. I'm going to be talking about these mods in a video very, very soon. And now I can pop up here. Yes, primary attribute is strength. So I'm... Oh, let's rewind that, because that is my ultimate, and I definitely wanted to talk about this. So big team fight going on here. You can see me here in the action, and I'm just about to launch my ultimate, which is the weirdest thing to control. It summons this chariot, goes through our team, buffs everyone on our team considerably, and then when it reaches the end of the path, it explodes to deal damage and stun. So I actually net myself another kill right there. Let me go back to the everyone spectator mode here. And despite me actually managing to land that ultimate and get a kill, they turn this around and actually obliterate our team completely. I think at this point, we're in team chat, we're like, what happened? Yeah, so that was less than good. We do use our ability to turn the towers invulnerable for a short amount of time, but I think it's probably going to still go down. The Blood Hunter's actually moved up here, and he's going to solo the creep wave just to keep the pressure up on our tower. This guy, what a crazy, crazy hero. Doing so much damage, and he has an ability that heals him after he kills anything, and that is keeping his health up. And we've got some teleports coming in here. The Keeper of the Forest, who's only level 8, is going to initiate on level 13 Blood Hunter, but Dr. Repulsor warps in here to try to get a stun off. However, there's too many people of the Hellborn team around. Take out Dr. Repulsor, and the Blood Hunter is going to be chased down here. No, he's going to be able to escape. I have no doubt about it. In fact, now the Keeper of the Forest is out of position behind enemy lines. He's going to be chased away by Tundra. The Forsaken Archer is keeping the pressure on down here and actually manages to kill the Blood Hunter. Didn't quite catch that. Now, are they going to be able to catch Tundra? They've got his illusions here, but two of them, Behemoth and Succubus, who seem to be savvy about what's going on here, managed to catch the real Tundra, mesmerize him, and start applying the beats. Oh, he misses with the Fisher! And he may still go down, but that's a lot of time that they've just bought here. Oh! Tundra is able to dodge away from my pitfall, and now the Blood Hunter comes in, and he's going to start nomming on me, but he doesn't run away. He comes right back into the action. Oh, and he gets taken out before he can kill anyone. The problem is, once he starts killing anyone, he's going to start getting fully healed over and over and over again. Oh, the Forsaken Archer is going to try to juke through the woods. He's going to be able to escape Pestilence. In fact, Pestilence is going to be getting hit by the skeletal minion, and the Forsaken Archer turns that into a kill. A really nice job on her part. I need a sip of beer here. Hey, it's noon. It's late enough in the day. I can start having a beer. Ah, God, I love the weekend so much. So much. No more hot cocoa for me. Just beer and scotch, thank you. Alright. 100 teleporting in here, along with Dr. Repulsor applying some pressure. And let's take a minute from the fun action and check to see what I am doing at this point. So, looks like I still have not spent my money on anything particularly interesting. I'm just using a Homecoming Stone here to teleport to the bottom and push back this wave. I think I got cut off last time. I did buy the Steam Boots, because it seemed like a good idea to keep pumping up my strength. I like strength heroes because they end up being pretty survivable, because strength gives you hits points, of course, and at the same time, as a strength hero, it will increase my auto attack damage. And the Steam Boots give me the strength and give me a little bit of attack speed too, so it seems very worthwhile. So, again, I'm going for a very plain, simple build here. I'm not, it's probably not optimal in any way, but it's kind of like noob-friendly and uncomplicated. Right? I figure you can't go wrong just adding more and more strength. I'm probably missing some key item I should be going towards as the Gladiator, but not knowing anything about him, it just seemed like at least I'm not making a mistake. I'm not getting anything useless. Lots of pings going on all over the map. Different levels of vision, I think. So this is an upgraded beast on Tundra here. Kind of cool creature. Looks actually, wow, speaking of things reminding you of World of Warcraft, so if the Succubus is a good clone of the Warlock's Succubus, this looks like a Warlock's Fell Hunter, only considerably more frosty. So all 5 of them are pressing this bottom tower. 3 of us are here. We're going to try to delay them as much as possible. Meanwhile, at the top, we have the Keeper of the Forest trying to take down this tower. So if we're going to be able to delay them and protect this tower, we're actually going to end up being slightly ahead here, especially since the Behemoth is applying damage to the middle tower, which is almost down. It's about a quarter health. Oh, someone teleported top. The Blood Hunter teleported top to try to take out the Keeper of the Forest, but the Keeper of the Forest, very quick in the camouflage there, just hides in the woods and then runs away. But, oh, does the tower see invis? It almost seems that way, and the Blood Hunter is going to get caught here, despite using the root to try to defend himself from the Blood Hunter. He gets pinned down and is not able to run away. Oh, and there I go using my ultimate again. I don't hit any of them with the end of it, but I think when I was using it, I never had time to properly read the ability, and I don't think I realized that it was a potent buff at the same time. There's a lot of value there. Oh, Repulsor tries to initiate on the Succubus again, but he gets locked down by the Mesmerize, and we are able to finish him off there, so I think Dr. Repulsor has overextended himself a few times in this game, which has been very helpful for the Hellborn side. But, of course, this whole time, we still have the Blood Hunter, who is getting another kill there on the Behemoth, and is already almost at 3-digit creep kills. In fact, this is almost going to send him over the top here, especially if he does a little bit of jungling afterwards. And the second best farmer at this point is only sitting at 54. So this guy is getting so much farm on. Very harsh. There's a couple of people complaining about lag. But hey, what would be an online game without someone complaining about lag? I'm not even saying what's an online game without lag. Like, whether there's lag or not, I think is completely irrelevant. There could be like 0.1 millisecond latency for everyone in the game, and someone would still complain, because that's the way it works. Blood Hunter, once again, opening up on the Keeper of the Forest, who gets finished off. I think he was trying to camouflage away, but it did not work out for him. I don't know if the Blood Hunter has anything that can see stealth. Doesn't look like it at a glance. And the Forsaken Archer is just going to try to get a little bit of jungle on, try to farm herself up a tiny little bit. Meanwhile, we've got Tundra pushing forward in the middle here once more. Succubus buzzing around down here. Now, there is the Blood Hunter on their side. If we are able to find him here, if the Hellborn is able to find them, they have a potential of getting 4-on-1, but it's actually going to be quite the opposite. Tundra is going to spot me at low level, as the Gladiator, and there's no way I'm going to be surviving this yet. Yeah, no. In fact, they actually leave me alone long enough for the Blood Hunter to be able to come over and nom me for the kill. Boo. And someone does tell me at this point the Blood Hunter can see me if I'm low hit points, which I didn't realize about. So for you League of Legenders, this feature will be familiar from Warwick. I don't know if that's actually what spotted me there. I feel like it actually may have been Tundra doing some scouting that saw me, but I may be wrong. So, oh no, the Keeper of the Forest is on their side, uses Camouflage to initiate here with his root ability. Behemoth comes in, pounds the ground, does a lot of AoE damage, and the Forsaken Archer does open up. Now their Keeper has gone down. Meanwhile, everyone on our team is up. I have finally just revived, but I'm not going to be present for the team fight. And, oh, they're going to try to chase down the Blood Hunter. That would be a huge kill if they can pull it off. And it looks like that's going to happen. One more range attack. Yes, but I cannot believe the amount of damage the Forsaken Archer just took from that one ability as the Blood Hunter. And look, she's just bleeding all over the place. How disgusting is that? Ew. What the hell? What abilities did he have? Blood Crazy, Feast, Blood Sense. Maybe the ultimate? Hemorrhage! Oh, that sounds like that. Based on the name of the ability and the visual effect, I'm going to assume that was Hemorrhage that got dropped on her. Does 350 true damage and Hemorrhage for 9 seconds. True damage taken for the Hemorrhage is based on 60% of the distance moved. Wait. So, okay. So, he puts Hemorrhage on you, you take a little bit of damage. Let's say you move half a screen. I think half a screen is roughly like 1,000 units. That means you're going to take 600 more damage during that time? Holy crap, that is the ultimate noob killer ability, because there is no way a noob is going to figure out what's going on there. So that explains why she was just standing there bleeding, wherever she was. Over here, she just stood there while the bleeding effect was on her, because if she had run, she would have died. Like, she was so low, if she'd taken 3 steps, she would have died. How cool is that? I'm sure I'm going to die to that ability so many times, because there is no way that I'm going to clue into the fact that I've got that thing on me. Hopefully I do remember that next time I'm in a game up against the Blood Hunter, though. And actually, I just realized it'd be quite cool. Well, it's probably moot. It's probably such a small edge case that it doesn't even matter. But if I had a Blood Hunter on my side and someone was hemorrhaged, I could drop the Pitfall on him, which I'm using to help me jungle here. I could drop the Pitfall on him, and he'd be forced to have to move away from the Pitfall, or, you know, and take hemorrhage damage, or the other way around. So it looks like at this point what I've picked up is the Whispering Helm, which has some very good passive bonuses, including plus 20 damage, plus 5 armor, plus 15 lifesteal, but also has the ability to dominate neutral creeps, which, oh, look at me, I'm hemorrhaged and running! There we go, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I have no idea what's going on. I ended up killing myself, although I'm pretty sure if I hadn't run, they would have just gang-piled on me, and I would have died regardless. But yeah, the Whispering Helm does let you mind control things, so you can actually see, even though I'm dead, I still got control over this Vulture Lord, which has an ability, a spell that he can cast, some sort of tornado thing, and I'd assume at that point, actually, that it was one of those cyclones that knocks people up, so I'm like, cool, I'm going to use it on the Blood Hunter here, and it's like, oh, I'm swirling around and doing nothing, so he decides to just come over and kill the Vulture Lord, but that was fun while it lasted. And I'm pretty sure we're going to lose this tower here. Looks like all 5 of them are here, although not actively attacking the tower. Meanwhile, we have 2 people defending, and yeah, they are forced back as well. Oh, the other ability the Blood Hunter has that is going to be totally fucky for noobs is his Blood Crazy ability. He casts it on you. It lasts forever. It's 15 seconds long, and that whole time you are silenced. You can see he just cast it on the Succubus here. To try to prevent her from using her Mesmerize ability. Now, that is a really long silence. Whoa! Tree goes down. But looks like Dr. Repulsor may get finished off here. Oh, I don't take a swing at him. Damn it. I mean, it's possible I may not have been able to get into melee range, but I bet you I could have, and I probably could have at least dropped my, what is it called? Showdown? Showdown. Ah, well. I'm a noob. Oh, looks like I used my showdown here and make sure to keep Pestilence pinned down. Right, so that Blood Frenzy? What is that ability called? Blood Crazy ability. Silences you for 15 seconds, but during that time, you are doing plus 80% base damage. So obviously it's something used to shut down casters, but you would never want to put on a physical hero. But during that time, anyone sort of turns into a physical hero, so... but my thing is, I'm sure that I got hit by it a few times and I got silenced and I didn't know what I was doing, and I probably just, like, ran away instead of actually, like, hitting people with stuff. So the Blood Hunter is just, like, the ultimate anti-noob. And some people are criticizing my build. Why does he have Helm? Pro build is always Shroud. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm just buying items kind of at random. I mean, the Helm certainly seems like a good idea. I see the bonus. So Shroud, I think they're talking about this item that gives you invisibility for a tiny bit of time. So I can definitely see that as being very useful for initiating. And I will have to keep that in mind next time I play as the Gladiator. Though again, next time I play as the Gladiator, I will simply look up a item build first, so that I know a little bit more about what I'm doing. But there's no need to talk to me in the third person, guys. Why does he have Helm? Well, just ask me. Or suggest, hey, next time instead of getting Helm, you may want to get a Shroud first. Something like that. So let's check out the Blood Hunter here. What kind of abilities he's got? He's got a Blood Chalice, which gives him Strength, Intelligence, Health Regeneration, and an On-Use, which, eats health but grants mana. And if you kill a hero within 15 seconds afterwards, you get your health back. But that's kind of interesting. So the Blood Hunter, which seems to have a lot of health regeneration abilities, well, whenever he kills anything, he gets to keep using the Chalice to get his mana up so that he can use the mana to kill people and creeps, and then it'll heal him back up. Lots of pings going down in the middle. Looks like I am probably going to get Ruffle Stomped right here. Drop my Pitfall on myself, because apparently that's the pro move to make. And looks like I'm going to be able to get out of there. The Behemoth actually comes in, gets a nice double stun. The Keeper of the Forest comes up from behind. One of them has dropped a root. I think it's our Keeper of the Forest has dropped his root down. And there goes Tundra. There's the opposite Keepers using his root to be able to escape. Pins down the Behemoth and our Keeper while running. Meanwhile, the Blood Hunter is coming through and ripping everyone apart. Looks like he's going to take down the Keeper. That's actually a kill for Dr. Repulsor right there. And we've only managed to take out one of their guys, whereas 3 of ours have gone down. And we are going to be forced in the back foot here to try to defend our tower. Oh, looks like they're actually pinging the middle. They're going to look at taking out that outer tower first. Well, outer, maybe it's inner tower. If that's the outer here, then inner, then base tower? Barracks tower? I don't know what the terminology is for these. We have a vote at this point to pause the game. Because as I recall, our Forsaken Archer has been AFK for a tiny bit eating some pizza. And I think someone, actually it looks like that's a spectator that actually called the vote there, decided that they'd been AFK a little bit too long and that maybe we should pause. But what's funny is, as soon as... Wow, we get some more video lag. Hello. There we go. Or, no, it's not video lag. The game is paused. God, I'm such a noob. And, yeah, as soon as the pause goes off, that is when the Forsaken Archer gets back, I believe. I'm sorry to single you out if I'm wrong about who it was. And no one was gone very long. But it just seemed like just long enough that maybe we should pause. So at this point, the kills are actually still relatively even, 21 to 24, but the problem is the Blood Hunter has had such a good game. Yeah, currently at 132 creep kills, far above everyone else, and it's got an excellent score of 14 and 4. No one on our team matches that, so no one on our team has been fed in any way whatsoever. All the kills have sort of been spread out all over. Heck, I've even got 4 of them. And the Behemoth goes down here, which is too bad. I do use my Showdown ability to keep Dr. Repulsor in the area, and I totally whiff with my ultimate there. Unfortunately, what it means is I am just going to die here. I do try a little bit of running around this tree, but there was no way for me to survive. In fact, I probably should have just stood there and tried to auto-attack a couple of times. and we can maybe Dr. Repulsor a little bit. Excuse me. And they are going after the Succubus, who's in silence this whole time. A hat trick for the Blood Hunter, who's just getting more and more fed. Yeah, and we are getting torn to pieces. Tundra almost goes down, but looks like the team is going to show up in time to push back the Forsaken Archer, take her down, and maybe even dive the Keeper of the Forest here. Looks like Repulsor is teleported in, slowing him down. The Keeper does stealth, but they can apparently see him, so someone's clearly got something, which is revealing the invisible. I don't know who. It could be the blood scent. Oh yeah, probably it is the blood scent, which gives you, which reveals people. I just realized. Lets you see the invisible. So do not try to escape the Blood Hunter as low level if you're playing as the Keeper of the Forest, and it's just not going to work. And there goes another tower. And I believe we are probably approaching the end of this replay really quite quickly. Where am I? What do I got? Oh, looks I'm hemorrhaged again and running away. Running away, running away, moving around, wondering, why am I taking so much damage? Wow. Things you don't realize as you're playing. Stupid anti-noob. Looks like the Succubus is probably going to go down again here. No, not quite. The Tundra might go down here to our Keeper of the Forest. He's trying to finish him off. Probably just needs 1 or 2 melee attacks, but he's going to escape safely. The Blood Hunter is actually quite low. He's getting abused as well here. Forsaken Archer doing good damage because she's actually got the Blood Craze on her. But, oh man, just moves too quick. I don't think there's anything they can do about it here. And yet he manages to escape. Oh no, the Succubus comes in for a little bit of revenge. That's for silencing me all those times. Badam! And, oh, I'm still dead. Okay. Delicious beer. So we did manage to end that push, and what we may want to do now is adopt sort of a more defensive stance. Hope that we can get them as they push into our base, along with the help of the towers. But it is really quite incredible, coming from League of Legends, to see how much more gentle the towers and heroes in Newerth are. And obviously they still do a lot of damage, and they're not something you're going to want to hug early on, but the towers in League of Legends do, it's got to be like 3 times as much damage. And so it's much easier to defend when you're near them, and that's not as much of a protection in this particular game. So of course that lends itself to Han being a little bit more aggressive, the ability to do more power dives. Keeper of the Forest is going to get obliterated. Did try to teleport away there, is what it looks like, but did not quite make it in time. God, the Blood Hunter leaves some disgusting corpses behind. Jeez. Ugh. Blood and guts spraying all over the place. This is no longer a PG-13 YouTube channel. Pulling in the Succubus for a kiss, and she gets finished off. Looks like the Forsaken Archer is probably going to chase down. Hey, Pitfall for the win! Well, not for the win, but for the slightly less lose. There goes my ultimate off once again. Does catch their Keeper of the Forest, does a tiny bit of damage to him, and stuns him. Really does not hurt very, very much. I think it probably is more useful as a team buff. It actually didn't say what it did when you had it on, but anyone the chariot passes by gets a buff plus 10% movement speed, and they take half damage while the buff is on. Now when the buff wears off, they end up taking any of the prevented damage over time, but it can't kill them. And here I am QQing. Next time, not random, please. 'Cause I'm like, oh, that's why we're doing bad, because it was a random champion and I wasn't prepared. God, don't you hate people who complain like that? Seriously, I actually really enjoy the Gladiator, and I'm going to be playing him again, but I felt so disappointed by my own performance. I always feel like I did such a bad job, and if only I'd been able to play someone I was more prepared, I would have done better, which is bullshit. I would have done just as bad. There I get taken down. And I think, yeah, another genocide goes off here. We're only able to take one of them off, and definitely this is going to be the end of the match. How is it not the end of the match? There's like 10 minutes left. Wow. You know what? I'm going to wrap it up here because it's pretty obvious what's going to happen at this point. Although, Behemoth comes in, gets a kill off, which is pretty good, but no. We definitely lose this game. At this point, the Blood Hunter just do too much to us. He is just carrying their team, which I suppose is what a carry should be doing. He's up to 20 kills now. He's up to 158 creep kills, and no one else in the game has even hit 3 digits yet. He is just so fed up in power, and it just starts to be too much, and things continue to go downhill from here. But I did enjoy the match considerably, and especially, it just astounds me. I felt like we were so behind the entire game when I was playing this, but watching the replay, it was not the case. Except for the fact that the Blood Hunter got so fed, we actually held our own pretty well. We were in fact ahead in kills for a considerable portion of the game, and even my performance was not quite so miserable. I'm now negative, I now have more deaths than kills, but for the longest time that was not so. Ooh, hemorrhage on the Forsaken Archer there, she tries to teleport out, not going to happen. I do get off my pitfall on the Blood Hunter, but you can see he's still at full health despite that. The Behemoth does Portal Key in, drops some damage on the Blood Hunter. I've also dropped my Showdown, it's going to prevent him from running away. It teleports back, and are we going to be able to finish him off though? Because he is so tough. There are 4 of us beating on him, and no, he's definitely going to get pinned in here. He's doing his best to juke around, but nope, gets finished off. Gets finished off by the Behemoth, and so a little bit of a revenge there, but that's not going to be enough, and ultimately we are going to lose this game. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this replay, and I really enjoyed watching it for the 4th, 5th, 6th, 10th time, how many times it's been. God, ooh. Well, again, land my ultimate there, get the stun off on Tundra, but it's not going to be enough to change the course of this battle. In fact, I'm about to get obliterated. And yeah, so I do have another video coming up soon, and we'll see you next time, folks.